the things that he said about if he were to fight you now, he would knock you out. How does that come off to you?
If he feel how he want to feel, if that's how he feel, let him feel that way.
I want to see him in the ring. It doesn't matter who, because I know whoever he fights, it'll be an exciting fight. Obviously, the Floyd one will be big, and that, blow up the whole boxing world again. But I just think overall, I want to see Manny in the ring, and I think anybody who has signed a contract with Manny knows what they're going into.
Tim, did you think Pacquiao won that fight?
I thought Manny Pacquiao won. Yes, I did.
Clearly, was there any room for
It's clear to
discretion?
me. It's clear to me. I'm not a judge, but it's clear to me and clear to my eyes. And it's a shame. It's a shame for boxing.
Floyd Mayweather has reacted to the Manny Pacquiao versus Mario Barrios fight. He also shared his thoughts on Pacquiao challenging him for a potential fight. He said that Pacquiao is free to think whatever he wants. In response, Manny states he's open to a rematch if Floyd decides to come out and fight. After the Barrios fight, Manny makes it clear that the decision rests with Floyd, but he's ready if it happens.
Days with Fight Hub TV. Congratulations on an outstanding performance. Manny, with the way that you performed tonight, did you feel like this was enough to coax Floyd Mayweather out and maybe you guys get a rematch right here in this same building? Do you feel like that this version of you beats the version of Floyd Mayweather that exists today?
It's hard to talk about the fighter who retired already. If he comes out, then go sign the contract and we'll fight. Let's fight again if you want. I have no problem with that. I'm active now. I don't pick my opponent. I fight them all in my weight division.
Chris Algieri offers a balanced insight into the current rematch talks between Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. According to him, a second fight between the two legends is not impossible. The Barrios bout appears to have reignited public interest in Manny's performance, especially considering his age and stamina. Algieri emphasizes that although rumors and opinions swirl around Mayweather's next steps, the final call ultimately rests with Manny. His performance has stirred enough excitement to justify such speculation. But whether it happens depends on what Manny himself wants.
Rematch.
That's entirely up to Manny. That's entirely up to Manny. I gotta catch a flight. I got a red-eye flight. That's entirely up to Manny. I think he's in the driver's seat now. It's amazing that he was able to, to fight at that level. But I think, Barrios is definitely gonna want the fight. It's money. It's a big money opportunity. But I don't know, man. I think Manny has a lot of options because, listen, if Floyd's talking about coming back,
And that's what I wanted to touch on. Do you think that this now warrants Floyd Mayweather with his competitive spirit and attitude to come back and maybe try to one-up Manny Pacquiao by beating him again?
That wouldn't surprise me at all because I know how Floyd is when it comes to, seeing other people doing their thing. He's like, who's Chris? So I think that's a really good possibility of happening. But again, that's going to come down to Floyd and Manny. I think they're both in the driver's seat. Floyd's always in the driver's seat,
Shakur Stevenson's statement, "Pac-Man dominating to me," reflects the sentiment of many who witnessed Manny's surprising comeback. Despite being 46 years old and up against a younger and physically imposing opponent, Manny's output left a strong impression. Stevenson, a sharp and rising boxing talent, knows how to read fights, and for him to declare domination speaks volumes. It suggests that Manny controlled the pace, landed cleaner shots, and neutralized Barrios' advantages in ways fans didn't anticipate. Shawn Porter offers a contrasting take by expressing disinterest in a Pacquiao versus Mayweather rematch. For him, the chapter between the two legends closed in 2015, and there's no need to reopen it. Porter suggests that fans may not be eager to watch two aging fighters share the ring again, especially when newer matchups with fresher names could deliver more meaningful stakes. In his view, the legacy of both fighters stands firm without needing a second encounter that risks being more spectacle than sport.
I don't think y'all want to see him with Floyd. Do y'all? I don't know. I'm feeling like the world, because it's Manny Pacquiao, it makes sense for it to be Floyd Mayweather. But I don't know. I thought yesterday you were poking the bear, letting down the banner. What is she doing? I have no idea.
A growing online sentiment echoes what user. It's Defanta boldly states, "Floyd is not fighting Manny again. He's not confident enough to do that." The performance Manny delivered against Barrios may have altered public perception. Instead of viewing Manny as an aging icon on a farewell tour, Fans saw fire and skill. This shift makes the stakes higher for Floyd, who has more to lose in terms of legacy. Many now believe that Floyd, known for his calculated approach to matchups, will not risk stepping into the ring with this version of Manny. Cam Bynum's comment reflects a fan-like admiration for Manny's enduring abilities. He states he just wants to see Manny in the ring again, whether it's against Floyd or any young opponent. For him, Manny still brings excitement, energy, and passion, regardless of the opponent. The spirit Manny displayed in the Barrios fight has rekindled interest in seeing him fight once more. Bynum's comment emphasizes that Manny doesn't need a big-name rival. He simply needs a stage.
Break down the fight. I thought Manny won myself, but what did you see? How did you see the fight?
All right, so obviously I'm a Manny fan, but I'm going to try and keep it non-biased as possible. It was a great fight. It was a close fight. Both had moments, but I think overall Manny did more. I think his punches were more effective, more active. So even on top of that, just the ability for him to go the 12 rounds and do what he was able to do, but be more active every single round. I feel like Barrios picked it up the last few rounds, but I still don't believe that was enough. Manny started fast and he sustained pretty much, kind of let his foot off the gas towards the end, but I still thought, in my opinion, it was enough to win the fight to where I don't see how even the one judge got the decision towards Barrios.
Manny told me he thought he won 8-4, even if it's 7-5. But the draw was surprising. At least they didn't rob him. But
yeah.
Do you want to see a rematch? Do you see Mayweather? Do you want to see Rolly? I mean, Manny told me he likes the Rolly fight, I think.
I just want to see Manny. I want to see him in the ring. It doesn't matter who, because I know whoever he fights, it'll be an exciting fight. Obviously, the Floyd one will be big, and that, blow up the whole boxing world again. But I just think overall, I want to see Manny in the ring, and I think anybody who has signed a contract with Manny knows what they're going into, and isn't going to be one of those boring fights where they're running. It's going to be, combative, and they're going to be standing in the middle of the ring and fight. And I think, especially like what Manny was saying, he took 2 months for this fight. He has a little more. He's going to look even better. Regardless of the
4
win or
years
loss,
off, 46 years
regardless
old.
Of the win
He
or
looked
loss,
amazing. He didn't
I was
lose.
proud of the way that he went out there. Yeah, he didn't lose.
It's a draw.
And he fought really well. It was clean. There was nothing. It was just clean. It was a clean fight. But kudos to Barrios for keeping him.
Charleston White expresses strong belief in Pacquiao's potential in a rematch scenario. He insists that if Manny is given proper time to train, he would defeat Floyd Mayweather. His view pushes against the narrative that Floyd's style and timing always neutralize aggression. Instead, he points out that preparation is key and implies that even at 46, Manny's athleticism and conditioning, if fine-tuned, could outmatch Floyd's precision-based defense.
Pacquiao was more active. I think he landed more punches, but it's hard to kind of give him the belt coming right back. So yeah.
You think the Pacquiao-Mayweather fight would do good?
I know it will. I think this will bring Mayweather out of retirement. Yeah, I think this will bring Mayweather out of retirement. Yeah, I think it's going to bring him out of retirement.
I know they said if Pacquiao won, he was on the collision course with Gervonta Tank Davis too. How you think that fight would win?
He ain't ready for Tank. He ain't ready for Tank.
What about Rolly?
Rolly? I think him and Rolly will make a good fight. They both throw from crazy angles, so I think that'll make for a good fight. Yeah.
No rematch though. You don't want to see a rematch with these guys.
Yeah, I like seeing a rematch.
You want to see a rematch?
Yeah,
Does Manny win the rematch?
Yeah, Manny wins the rematch. Give him a full training session. Manny wins the rematch.
Who you got in Canelo Crawford?
Oh shit, I'm going with Crawford.
Crawford?
Yeah, I'm going with Crawford.
Why you picking Crawford?
Oh, man been shot in the head, drove himself to the hospital. I can't bet against that. yeah, it's called wherewithal and resiliency. Tenacity, I can't bet against that.
Paulie Malignaggi's harsh criticism adds fuel to the growing outrage over the result of the Barrios fight. He flatly states that Manny won and was robbed. His commentary doesn't stop there. He labels Mario Barrios a horrible champion and criticizes his understanding of ring generalship and power usage. Malignaggi's remarks underline how flawed judging can overshadow legitimate performances and how reputations can be propped up despite lacking real boxing fundamentals.
Because they weren't fighting at the same time. I tell you what, interesting result. I thought Manny won the fight. I don't know what you guys thought. I thought Pacquiao got robbed tonight. I thought if you're gonna let the guy come back and you're gonna pass him on his medicals and he's gonna come back, you're gonna do all that work and let the guy do it. At least give him that decision. I mean, what's the point? You know what I mean? Like, at least give him that decision. Listen, I know it was close, and in some ways it could go either way, but dude, what have I been telling you? Mario Barrios sucks. horrible champion. I mean, might be the worst champion I've ever seen in my life. Probably not, but like, and I know some of you haters would say, oh, he would have beat you. Absolutely not. Mario Barrios wouldn't have won 1 second of a round against me. Okay, I had better legs, sharper jab. I would have beat him one-handed. Like, guy's horrible. Like 5'10", 5'11", he fights low. He can't figure out his range. Manny had better legs than him tonight at 46 years old. And Manny's legs, listen, they weren't great, but he was just in that rhythm that he sort of magnetizes you. And so he gets you to watch him instead of Barrios taking control of the round. So, yeah, a lot of the rounds were close. I get it. But it was like Manny taking charge of them. Manny was being first most of the time. How do you let a 46-year-old man consistently be first? And, bro, you know what the most nauseating thing was for me? The most nauseating thing of all was he keeps coming out touching gloves every round, Barrios. Every single round. And Bob Santos finally going into like the 11th round tells him, stop touching gloves, stop respecting him. What does he do? He goes back out there and touches gloves. I can't even describe what I was feeling by that point. And honestly, I just wanted to see a good fight. The drama of the fight was was Manny really going to do this? Because the fight really wasn't that good. It actually wasn't good at all.
Fans believe Manny Pacquiao deserved the win against Barrios and that the draw was unfair. One user expressed both disappointment and pride in Pacquiao's performance. Username Dr. Starboard tweeted, "The Manny Pacquiao versus Barrios fight ends in a draw. As disappointed as I am with the terrible judge's decision, I am proud of Pacquiao. He did not fight like a 46-year-old. Jim Gray joins the chorus of voices criticizing the decision. Known for his measured analysis, Gray doesn't hesitate to say that Manny won. He describes the outcome as a shame for boxing, which speaks to the broader issue of how poor judging affects the sport's credibility. For Gray, this isn't just about one fighter. It's about preserving fairness in a sport that often struggles with integrity at the highest levels."
Jim, did you think Pacquiao won that fight?
I thought Manny Pacquiao won. Yes, I did.
Clearly, was there any room for
discretion?
Clear to me.
I'm not a judge, but it's clear to me and clear to my eyes. And it's a shame. It's a shame for boxing. Two judges who, can't decide who the winner is. Really? So yeah, Barrios the champion. I guess you have to beat the champion, and I guess in their eyes they didn't clearly do that. But to me, it was an astounding, amazing, outstanding performance by a 46-year-old man who has not fought in 4 years, who had the stamina, the wherewithal, the guts, the determination, that this is one of the all-time great performances.
So it's worthy of the Hall of Excellence, Jim?
Absolutely.
Should he retire on this one, Jim?
I don't make decisions for people on what they should do. That's up to Manny Pacquiao. He deserved what he wants to do on his time frame, and tonight he proved that he can continue to do it on his time frame.
Teofimo Lopez offered a numerical breakdown that leaves no ambiguity. In his eyes, Manny won 9 rounds to 3. This wide margin signals that Lopez saw clear dominance in the majority of the fight. His statement adds weight to the argument that Manny deserved the win. Coming from an active world champion, Lopez's scorecard reinforces public distrust in the official result and validates the outrage from fans and analysts alike.
You think that was a rock? How you doing, first of all? Good to see you.
Yeah, I've been good, man. Hey, listen, 9-3 had Pacquiao.
For Pacquiao?
Had Manny Pacquiao 9-3.
And just so the people know, that's not because you were training with him every day. That's just how you
No, it's just how I saw the fight.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, it's different when you're watching it and when you're seeing it on TV. So, plus the commentators, I don't know what they're talking about, how they saying it. But I scored a 9-3.
Is there any way Barrios eked out a draw, or just that was highway robbery?
Maybe the championship rounds, but even then, I felt like Pacquiao stole them at the end of each round. So, hey, I'm just a spectator tonight, you know what I mean? But it's good to see Manny at 46 going 12 rounds with a world champion. Got to give him that.
Well, you always talk about like the industry and some of the funny stuff. So, conspiracy theory, Tio. Why do you think then, if Pacquiao clearly won the fight in your eyes, they would make it a draw instead?
I get in trouble, Sean. I get in trouble when I talk about these conspiracies.
Teofimo Lopez Sr. gives a candid view of the fight dynamic. He believes Barrios looked scared, not just cautious, but actually afraid to hurt an older legend. While others critique Barrios' performance technically, Lopez frames it emotionally. His final judgment that he is giving this fight to Manny shows how even within boxing circles there's a consensus forming. This was Manny's fight, regardless of what the scorecard said.
Consider it, being that Barrios looked scared the whole fight, man. You know what I'm saying?
He's fighting a guy that's 46 years old, 16 years older than him. You know, he should have just put it on Pacquiao. From the beginning, he looked scared, you know what I'm saying? He must have felt that left hand from Pacquiao. I thought Pacquiao had the more solid punches, you know, man, and the more output, you know what I'm saying? But every percentage of punches thrown or whatever it is, I seen that Barrios was winning every percentage. You know, more punches thrown and, you know, landed or whatever. So that's when I was a little bit confused, you know, that I said they're going to rob it, you know what I'm saying? But I never expected a draw, bro, you know?
Why would they rob him if the biggest money out there potentially is him fighting Mayweather? So then why would they,
Well, he looked good enough to have that potential fight with Floyd. You know what I'm saying? I thought he was going to die out, and there was two ways. In the 7th round, I said to myself after the 6th or 7th, or he's going to die out, or he's going to get a second win. And as you saw, you know, he didn't die out. You know, he just kept on going. I had it, even if it was close, bro, you know, you had to give it to Manny.
Yeah,
you know
I agree. But when you mentioned that Barrios should have done more, does he have the talent and all that to do more?
To me, he's like a sea fighter, man, to tell you the truth. You know what I'm saying? There's no firework effects in there. He just throws that jab and that's it, man. Like, I never seen him fight like in person, man, but that was disgusting, man. Like, I mean, this guy is 46, man. I think if he would have pushed it a little bit, I'm talking about Barrios, he would have probably taken him out of there. You know?
You think so, or would he got taken out?
No.
Because it felt like Manny was waiting on him to get aggressive.
Yeah, but I think that Barrios was... If something's not working, you got to change it. And him being in the outside was not working. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, step it up, you know, push him back. You are the stronger fighter. You're fighting an older man. Manny Pacquiao, you know, as good as he did tonight and won, his legs are gone.
Shawn Porter's reaction is full of nuance. He acknowledges Barrios' physical advantages, being bigger and younger, yet emphasizes that Manny still did the harder work in camp. To Porter, the outcome being a draw doesn't reflect the reality of the effort put in or the rounds won. It's not just about who landed more punches, but who overcame more. Manny, despite disadvantages, did more in preparation and performance, making the result feel unjust.
You know, listen, we've seen Manny on the end of bad decisions before. Timothy Bradley, excuse me. Jeff Horn fight, you know. Shout out to Tim. I know how you feel about that. So family.
All right.
But this is what he's got to deal with. You can't go through a camp, do what you just did right there. We saw all the heart, everything that we've always seen from Manny, and this is the result. Shout out to Mario. He made the fight difficult just from being a big guy who is a better boxer than I realized, came to the ring with a true game plan to try to box and be patient, find openings and things of that nature. I don't think that Mario did enough to win. I don't think he did enough for a draw. I think that there was a lot more that he could have done. But the main thing is the style that he chose to box was actually a good style to use against Manny Pacquiao. They were saying that they were going to come right to the middle of the ring, and they did. But they came to the middle of the ring, and then they circled, they moved, they worked behind the jab. Not enough jabs, not enough of everything for Mario, you know. So
Fernando Vargas provides a mixed perspective. While he leans toward Barrios winning, he still emphasizes how amazing Manny was at his age. Vargas sees the draw as unfair in general, perhaps due to how it leaves no closure. His respect for Manny transcends the outcome, recognizing that the performance itself was extraordinary and worthy of praise, no matter how you score it. Leo Santa Cruz's view balances respect with concern. He calls Manny a legend, acknowledging everything he's given to boxing. But at the same time, he feels it's time for Manny to retire. His comment reflects a common concern in the sport, knowing when to walk away. Even legends can be vulnerable, and Santa Cruz seems to believe Manny has nothing left to prove. The emotional side of the night comes through Manny's son, who expresses joy over the love received from the crowd. Beyond titles and scorecards, this moment underscores why Manny fights, not just for glory, but for the people who believe in him. The crowd's reaction is a reminder that boxing is about connection, inspiration, and legacy, something this family clearly felt.
but you know it's different for like a 12 round or so. As long as he stays active.
Everyone was chanting your dad's name. They really wanted him to win bad. It looked like he got the job done, but the decision's official by the judges, man. How'd the atmosphere feel to see your dad? Is it like they were almost giving him his flowers, you know?
It was fun. It was fun. It was nice to hear the praise from the crowd, you know. It was a good one.
How does it inspire you for your career? It's about to start.
You know, like this is where you want to be, you know, on this level right here.
Cam Bynum doubles down on the argument that Manny was the more active and effective fighter. He observed how consistently Manny threw and landed punches, staying aggressive throughout. His statement that Manny wins this reflects the collective voice of fans who saw the same thing. Activity, precision, and effort worthy of victory.
Break down the fight. I thought Manny won myself, but what did you see? How did you see the fight?
All right, so obviously I'm a Manny fan, but I'm going to try and keep it non-biased as possible. It was a great fight. It was a close fight. Both had moments, but I think overall Manny did more. I think his punches were more effective, more active. So even on top of that, just the ability for him to go the 12 rounds and do what he was able to do, but be more active every single round. I feel like Barrios picked it up the last few rounds, but I still don't believe that was enough. Manny started fast and he sustained pretty much, kind of let his foot off the gas towards the end, but I still thought, in my opinion, it was enough to win the fight to where I don't see how even the one judge got the decision towards Barrios.
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned until next time.